Vegas Edmen.
Yes, sir. Vegas Edmen.
How are you feeling?
Feeling good, man. It feels good to be back on the win column and end the year strong for sure.
Talk about it, man. What are the emotions like, man? The comeback, new gym, new coach, new home. How are you feeling?
Oh, it feels good. I think definitely this time off has really helped me. 13 months off, and I really tried to go and improve myself mentally, physically, technically, everywhere in the game. And I'm glad I took that time off and moving to Vegas. Working with my coaches, Coach Jason Manley, Coach Dewey Cooper, my brother Leon, the guys at Extreme. Coaches at Extreme. I appreciate all of them, and I'm just so thankful for everyone. The positive people around me, my family, friends. I couldn't do it without them.
How does it feel to snap that 3-fight losing streak?
Definitely feels good. It's never good to be on a losing streak, but I'm glad to be back on the win column for sure.
What was the game plan going into the fight?
So the game plan was to, for the most part, keep it striking. He came out a little different from what we expected. He switched his stance and was fighting a little more conservative than before, not going too reckless and wild. So I had to keep my distance and pick him apart from there, which I said what I was going to do. I was going to pick him apart, but he stayed a little more composed than I expected him to. And then by the second round, the setups were coming. I was landing to his body, and then we picked it upstairs, and it landed.
How did you feel about your performance?
I'm pretty happy with it. Feels good to get a finish, and second round finish shows I can go second round too. I've made the improvements, guys, so I can go. I can go all the rounds now.
That was kind of what I was going to ask you. Is like, it must feel good for you and your team, but how does it feel good to shut the doubters up that say that you have no gas tank, that you have no chin, that you're done? Like, how does it feel to shut them up?
Yeah, it's people are always going to talk when you're on a losing streak, but it is what it is. I'm glad to have finished it in round 2. Maybe not round 1, but round 2 is better for those people, for those doubters. For them to see that and know that I could do that too.
It was probably the longest layoff of your career. So how did it feel being in there?
Felt great. Felt definitely great. I didn't really have any rust in there. I felt good. Had a solid warm up in the back, and I believe having the positive people around you, coaches around me, they really hyped me up in the back, and I was ready to go in there to kill,
So what's next? You want to take some time off, or you want to get right back in there?
I'm gonna enjoy Christmas, my favorite holiday, and then the New Year, and then we'll see. Definitely next year I'll try to be a little more active, being that I took 13 months off. But that 13 months off wasn't just off. I was working and improving every day. So we'll see. Most likely trying to be active next year.
Awesome. Congrats, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
I'm in the front right here. At the end of the first round, was that did he try to hit you after the bell? Is that what I saw?
Yeah, I think he because he's a little reckless, so I don't know if he could control his emotions or anger. So I don't think it was intentional, but he just blew up at the end. So
also the low blow in I think it was round 2. Were you just getting the broadcast made it seem like you were getting frustrated with the referee for allowing all this to happen?
No, he kept landing it, and I'm like, whoa, and then his corner was yelling. They're like, no, he didn't hit him. I'm like, what do you mean he hit me, bro? But I'm like, and then I see he was getting tired, and my corner's like, Edmen, don't. Sorry, they're like, don't let him rest. I'm like, oh shit, okay, I'm just say I'm okay. I'm gonna go and try to finish him.
You said you were happy to get it done in round 2. Entering round 2, were you just like, all right, now we're gonna show what I can do?
Oh, for sure. I knew round 1, it was more of a setup round. I was kind of setting him up for stuff upstairs. You see, I was sticking to the body a lot, his body a lot. The front kicks were landing a lot to his body. I tried a few upstairs. He blocked it nicely, but then towards the end of the second round, whenever I switched it up with the knee, it connected, and that was finished. Thank you, brother.
Vegas Edmen.
What's up, Shmo?
10 days ago, we were talking about pressure, and you had all this success, and then you had the 3-fight losing streak.
Yeah.
You had no pressure. You vowed Edmen 2.0. You delivered. At 25 years young, how do you keep the composure, and how did you right the ship, and you made it look so good?
Yeah, like I said, it's about having good people around you, positive people around you to keep you mentally focused and sharp. And I'm just thankful for my team again for being there for me and really helping me throughout that time off, working and improving. So having good people around you like that, you're going to go in there sharp. I didn't feel any type of rust or anything like that, and it feels good to be back.
Edmen, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Alex said, you had that layoff, coming back off the wins. But how key was it to have somebody like Cooper in your corner, who's been there with top guys boxing and MMA, to just really put everything together?
Oh, yeah, Coach Dewey Cooper is a legend in the sport. So having a coach like him by my side, I'm so appreciative of him. And, yeah, also such a positive person around me. They hyped me up before the fight and throughout my whole camp, throughout that time I was working, Coach Dewey Cooper, Coach Jason Manley, my brother. I love them all, and yeah, it's the team of killers.
Absolutely. And speaking of killers, you went just berserk on that finish. Walk me through, because it really seemed like you just went all out. Doesn't matter if there was 2 rounds left, 10 rounds left. You just went in on that. It's just like a 20-punch combination.
Yeah. No, I hit him with a knee, and then I saw his eye, his body kind of he got rocked and everything. I hit him. I thought the ref was gonna stop it, but then he wasn't stopping. I'm like, okay. And I knew it was towards the end of the second round, I think, right? And I'm like, bro, I'm gonna just keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I know it's gonna be stopped because he's not gonna recover for that for sure. And turns out the ref, I think, didn't see it. He told me he didn't see the shot. That's why he didn't stop it earlier. But yeah, I'm glad I finished it with that combo.
Excellent. And last for me, just a fun one. Shook ones by Mobb Deep. Why?
Shout out to Dewey Cooper. He shook ones by Mobb Deep, He always walked out to Mobb Deep, so that was a tribute to Dewey Cooper.
All right, my man. Congrats on the win.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Vegas Edmen.
Just a follow-up back here on Dewey Cooper. You changed camps, got new coaches. What was it about Dewey and his style that made you just decide to actually go with that team?
Oh, just Dewey's a vibe. He's such a positive person and always works with anyone who really puts in the time with them. He'll dedicate his whole life to the sport, and he really will work with anybody to help them. And I'm just so thankful for him. He's such a good person, and I'm blessed to have him in my corner. Yeah.
And one more quick one for you. Raul Rosas just won, and he's 20, and his goal is, or he's not even 20 yet, his goal is to become a champion by the time he's 20. So you, famously, when you came in, your goal is to become the youngest UFC champion. What advice would you give Raul to maybe temper expectations or climb slowly and such?
Yeah, every division is different, but yeah, he's a talented kid for sure, and I'd say just take every day as a learning experience, work with as many people as you can and try to develop your skill every single day, Don't fall into your hype too much to think you could be invincible. You just got to always work and improve, and yeah, just take as many, be a sponge. You have to be a sponge and literally learn from different coaches, different training partners, all that. That's the advice I'll give for sure.
When you say don't fall into your hype, did you feel you did that for a while?
I mean, I wouldn't say I fell into my hype too much, but when you're on a constant knockout streak, first round finishes, you're gonna chase those types of finishes, and that'll kind of wear on you. Not saying that I was falling into my hype, but that plays a role in your fights. You're like, oh, I finished them in the first time, I could finish them like that again. So yeah, just gotta be sharp everywhere and just know you could do everything if you train hard and take advice, be a sponge. Yeah.